I feel like if Boom just managed their mobility really well and just, you know, play as a team, move together as a big group, I feel like this is just gonna be huge synergy. So, you know, rotating top instead of bottom may have slightly lower kill potential. However, well, not necessarily slightly lower kill potential. Slightly less one-sided kill potential, because the enemy, of course, does have that high ground, does get to turn around on you from the high ground if you walk up there, but still gonna waste a lot of regen, giving... What? Okay, so the Treant just gets jumped on and just about instantaneously gets melted. However, this laning stage, not as action-packed as I had expected it, with both teams being able to just about farm indefinitely. And while Viper decides against the tower dive, a huge second example to choose between. You're always gonna choose whatever nets you more gold and don't care for the experience, don't care for shutting down your opponent, because you just want to snowball. And there is Hung going for that tower dive I mentioned earlier, which may have been a mistake here. Snapfire comes on in time, goes for the stun, goes for a shotgun to the face, and well, boop. Down goes the Viper, getting punished for that hyper aggression, the runes. That's what I meant between going for kills and going for gold. However, just going for all the gold in the world could also just net you a really hard punishment if the opponent also farms, especially with, like I said, that big gank combo from Boom being available here. And it looks like, so that Nature's Prophet ultimate there, it just killed off the Clockwork. However, Nature's Prophet himself, he did not get to walk away from the Viper. But all of these people just nuking each other all over the place. I do feel like once... Oh boy, I was gonna say once Boom group up, this is gonna be really exciting. Guess what? There's coming a Viper into the top lane, dishing out a ton of damage, not only saving Spectre, who was being ran at, but with that perfect timing, maybe even getting the Slardar here. Even in the base, he's just gonna take out to the Viper damage. That's an amazing... Back to farming, back to that quiet game state we go. This draft, when people have their nukes available, especially for Boom, but we kind of see that now for 496 also being the case, especially with that Reaper side being off cooldown and waiting to be used here really. Oh, look at that nuke damage though. Boop, down he goes. Getting caught by 3, and you do have to commit 3 heroes against a hero with infinite sustain like that, or near infinite sustain like that Necrophos. Get screwed over in the other, especially with that Morphling, because he is not going to be joining a lot of those fights, and he is the prime target. So if you can force the entirety of Boom to fight elsewhere. Oh, speaking of fights, Hung getting jumped on. That's the Slardar Nature's Prophet that I've been talking about. Mikoto forced to get out of there, and Spectre, he needs farm, and he needs it desperately. Not having the game I would ever expect from him. Even, yeah, it was a really hard lane, and he's on a Spectre who generally is one of the slower farming carries in the current meta. Meanwhile, boop, and dead. Nothing Necrophos can do there. That BB, all he can do is watch him die, really. It is really huge, so I do get why they did want to wait for the Slardar here. But if this costs Boom their mid-tier 1 tower, if this allows 496 to open up the map some more, this could be really close. There are the Mortimer's Kisses. There's finally the initiation coming out, and Hung taking top damage on the Viper, but not before he kills off the Slardar, and he's still alive. Still man fighting it up, dishing out a ton of damage. Finally gets nuked down. Necrophos, next target, next kill. No Reaper side for the rest of this fight, so Team Boom, they can just kill off just about anyone. Clockwork not quite caught, and Spectre with that dagger should put an end to things here before they all get ran over. Look at that mid tower. If they can just get that to take down, at the very least they will have more space to roam, more space for perhaps an aggressive smoke gank, which also seems like a really good move, as 496 are falling behind. Not all too fast, it's not even 2k gold lead by the 18-19 minute mark, but there is the Haunt. Spectre coming to the bottom lane, and in comes FBZ with a beautiful 2-man stun, making use of that Blink Dagger. Phoenix coming in as well, but that is FBZ, who just jumped into 3 people and still almost got a kill out of that. And Peth is on almost, though, as he is just gonna get shut down. And if the Nature's Prophet had come on in there himself, rather than just throwing out that ultimate, you know, just the ability to heal your own towers while pushing out lanes with the Nature's Prophet ultimate alone, They set up for a perfect power spike, and well, Mikoto, he is gonna jump the Phoenix, kill off the Phoenix, kill off his courier there, adding insult to injury to insult or whatever. That's pretty darn quick Roche actually, especially with that Lil Shredder being available at level 1 from the Snapfire as well. I do feel like Lil Shredder should just, you know, be viable to max again with that armor reduction now being a thing, but not this game because, well, as you can see, there's already plenty of armor reduction to go around. That's gonna be a Clockwork getting killed off. I do like this build, I do like this approach, going for a mechanism, going for a 4-step, making sure that if they just 5-man around that Necro pose, he is going to sustain their entire team. They can just keep on pushing, keep on forcing the aggression into the front line. And there is going to be a Tree and Protector ultimate. That is going to be dead. BB forced to run out of there, but he is going to survive. He's going to be able to sustain himself on that Necro. Slardar not quite so lucky as well. That hero doesn't really have much in the way to sustain. However, the Phoenix did get killed off by Mikoto coming in the backlines with the BKB. However, that's a Reaper Scythe. Just boop. No more Nature's Prophet. However, Dreamocell comes on in, doing a similar amount of hurt to the Viper there, and Dreamocell still trying to just brawl this up for as long as he can with that Aegis. And well, out he goes with a beautiful waveform TP there. Still a 3-4-2, and more importantly, finally the Reaper Scythe that 496 have been looking for. On a core no less. Look at that respawn time on the Nature's Prophet. He's still dead for 50 seconds, meaning for 50 seconds, 496, they finally get to do whatever the hell they please. I love this on the Viper. Viper Orchid is just the revolution of Dota, if you ask me. Making that hero just such an interesting pick. Oh, Mikoto getting caught immediately, BKBing, the Haunt also getting committed, and well, even a hook shot just to make sure he's absolutely completely dead. I feel like they may have actually just had enough damage to do without it. He wants stuff like a pipe, like a 4-step, which kind of interesting. I like more auras on that hero as well, but I feel like it's gonna work out really well here because, well, they want to kite the Spectre, they want to kite the Viper as well. That's still a very low mobility hero considering that he relies so much on slows. And down goes the Phoenix. Nice 2-man cookie there actually on the Spectre, who is now forced to get out of there real freaking quickly, and there's the Mortimer's Kisses coming in, most of which are connecting to Slardar. He wants this kill, could very well just get it with one more bash proccing. Nice hook shot to counter that one out, so beautiful Cox, and well, Rip Slardar, can the Morphling? Yeah, he can get there in time. Dreamocell, he still has the Aegis, but maybe he should have just gone full edgy in order to actually secure the kill on the Spectre, because well, oh well, that hero is so darn tanky. Nice save once again. Hyde, he knows those cookies. Morphling, however, getting his TP cancelled out there, may cost him the Aegis. Morph is very hard to kill twice in a row. Clockwork going down, in comes the Haunt, killing the Morphling for the first time. I wonder if they can kill him again. Mikoto trying to teleport out, but oh, that was close. Still, the Spectre damage, nothing to be sneezed at. That is really just gonna add up. Meanwhile, Morphling jumping out of there, and it looks like Keyskew taking a Sun Ray to the face, taking a ton of damage. Dreamocell going down as well at this rate. He has to get himself out, but can he do it? The clumsy net coming in just in time to prevent the waveform. Beautiful Cox to follow that up, and the Reaper Scythe making short work of the Morphling there. 77-second respawn time on the Morph.
What the just happened?
Or life in this case. Well, speaking of which, Roche, 1 minute cooldown left on that. On the bot lane, the tier 1 tower is gonna drop. Spectre ultimate coming out, and that is gonna be an instant kill on Mikoto again. 100 seconds downtime, no buyback for the Nature's Prophet. Keyskew gonna drop there as well. On the bottom lane, 3 heroes left behind from Boom. Just looking at each other, traumatized, as nobody expected that to go that quickly. Well, I feel like that's the only way of really putting it here too, because, well, 458. He is just going so incredibly hard here. Slardar getting a taste of his own medicine by a ton of chain stuns, and that damage though. Phoenix has a Heaven's Halberd of his own, so Morphling, even if he does start right-clicking really hard all of a sudden, it's gonna be a Roche just getting melted with that Spectre pure damage. 496, they have everything they need to fight except for the victim that they're going to put all of that damage on. And Phoenix getting nuked down by the Morphling there with that Slaughter ultimate, just amplifying the damage by so much. And there it is. They finally find the Haunt timing. Keys Cute is gonna melt before he can even get an ultimate off. And depending on how many more people die, the Treant may just be forced to buy back here. Morphling disengaging a grand deal. Hyde, however, just dying to the Spectre as the first victim, but far from the last. At least if it's up to 496. And well, that's gonna be the Nature's Prophet next. What the beat just happened? Well, a Necrophone's ultimate with the Viper magic damage amplification. That just stacks really well. And Viper jumping forward once again. Look at that damage. Look at that damage amplification. Look at that Orchid. Just making sure FBZ is gonna melt here. Morphling way too tanky to go for, but Morphling is the last one alive now all of a sudden. And it looks like 496, they want to end this game before Boom finds the next big pickup initiation. I don't know whether it be Morphling following a couple of long-range Mortimer's Kiss, sniping somebody, or whatever else they feel like using here in order to secure pickup kills. But just don't 5-man, or just always 5-man, that's how easy it is. And it looks like Viper going forward, killing off the Treant Protector with ease actually. And well, they do get that BM. See you later, Nurse, but this is gonna be the first lane of Rex melting, and maybe even more. This is gonna be the Snapfire melting now. Viper dishing out a ton of damage onto her. This will be a ton of damage on the Slaughter as well. And so many buybacks are being used here. Clockwork going to get out of there against the little Shredder. Hyde tries to go for the kill, but knows full well Viper is too dangerous to really push the issue. Viper would love to continue fighting, but his team is kind of out of sustain and he's out of mana. Viper now gets gone on without mana pool, and it's just gonna full heal up, eat that full restore, and it's that turnaround on FBZ Slaughter. In comes the Phoenix with a big aggressive act. And there is a Morphling, there is a Snapfire just standing next to it, but they know full well they can't do anything. At least everybody else other than the Slaughter surviving, but that's gonna be the bottom lane of Rex, going in the favor of 496, and well, that's a 13, almost 14k gold lead for them. Really just optimizing the damage output, optimizing the potential to just jump into 2 or 3 people with a Haunt, and well, oh, that's what I'm talking about. This time around, of course, it's gonna be all of that pure damage too, but Spectre just gonna keep pursuing here as now the Slaughter is being ran at. Necro AC. This one is great. This is a huge item on him. This is a huge item for his team, not only because of the pushing speed and the Viper attack speed, but also because, well, that BB, if he can get taken down before the fight really starts, it's just gonna be no Reaper's Hive. It's gonna disable a ton of the damage, especially against the tanks. Well, speaking of tanks, Morphling jumps forward. That's the Phoenix act. Everybody forced to back up, but Snapfire gonna get melted. Morphling will get the act before going down for that one, and Mikoto is gonna die. I feel like that's gonna be the GG, yeah. Oh man, what a first game! That does a lot more to me than Espresso, and I do hope you guys enjoyed the show as well. I am kind of sad that the Nature's Prophet didn't get a chance at the comeback here at all. He just did not get the breathing room that he needed to, you know, come back, get a couple of return kills with that ultimate, get a couple of return kills with his insane right-click damage, but okay. Zeus is great against Razor, decent against Gyrocopter. Well, actually pretty good against Gyrocopter. Smoke rotation once again from 496 this time around. They're gonna try their luck at the bottom of the map again. It's always just mostly RNG whether or not you catch anybody, but they may have just caught Mikoto, and that is a hero you really do not want to see be the first blood on the side of Boom. Of course, you do not see him be the first blood all that easily, but oh, as I say that. Nice Diagro there on the on the Gyrocopter, who is gonna solve one up, who is gonna stabilize now. Lifestealer does not want to fight anywhere near this disaster of a gank. Well, at least a disaster for the Boom fans and for Boom themselves here. However, I kind of get it too. When you see your teammates on another lane fighting, you rather want to go back, keep the teleport ready in case they get counter-dived on, you know? I definitely do get the decision making from these teams, but Boom. Who even really is their hard carry? I think that, I mean, either their hard carry has 5 blasted. Well, hard carry, of course, that I see is kind of the position 1, but There, I don't know. I mean, Boom's entire draft, okay, there we freaking go. I thought they were gonna back off, and that would have been disastrous. Gyrocopter, he's just gonna get out of that though. Yeah, he does have to walk all the way back. This is gonna cost him a lot of farm. However, boop, boop, that's gonna be Mika to dying. And we have had a bunch of games where a team just ends up being outdrafted, since he usually does have a pretty darn easy time out farming something like a lifestealer, especially with a bunch of stacks. However, you know, he still could just go for a hyper-aggressive build, something like the early BKB, and then of course, Gyrocopter isn't really expected to farm all that much. Meanwhile, boom, that's gonna be yet another disastrous kill given away by them. They did not expect to fall behind, I think. Plus, you know, that last pick, Razor, also just really upsetting things here, kind of turning them upside down, but a nice Doom on the Gyrocopter. That is the highest value target. I did say Gyrocopter needs to be ahead of the Lifestealer, and well, boom, they're gonna not only prevent that, but guess what, Lifestealer, he had a freaking 8-minute Maelstrom, so he is gonna continue farming up. Maybe not though, as Hang Hang comes in, wants to kill him off, and look at that damage the Razor is dealing. FBZ is gonna be the next target of the Razor, as yes, he is just gonna finish off another one in the backlines, but in comes the Zeus, in comes the Tiny Hide. He finally gets to put in his nuke damage, gets himself a nice clean double kill. This could really redeem his Blink Dagger timing there. Let's say Razor, Necro, Phoenix, because those are the more valuable heroes, or the most valuable other than the Gyrocopter. I feel like this would be completely fine. Now, however, the Necrophos kind of has to make tempo for the Gyrocopter to farm, for the Gyrocopter to get some space to abuse, but FBZ... Oh, the Reaper side, a little bit of the mark. You saw that skull there flying, and I mean, I don't think they mind those 15 seconds or whatever it is at level 1 of extra respawn time. Yeah, it's 15 seconds exactly, actually. So, you know, not quite that big of a deal just yet. Ooh, Yazzie, nice hookshot there onto his Zeus, who really does not have any options here. Even the Phoenix like being committed, so that even if Oracle teleports in, they should still be able to go for this kill. Okay, maybe not. It depends. Can they catch? Okay, they can catch the Zeus. Do they have the damage now? Oh, Mika Tothel turning around with a nice nuke, but it is still gonna be a mid lane. It's traded for support so far. With Yazzie going down, it's not gonna be worth it quite that well for 496, but they should definitely make this game really freaking close at the very least, despite it not looking all that favorable, really.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Remo Cell went down to the Razor now. Phoenix getting killed off, and there is the Doom finally being used by FBZ. As Razor could very well be going down, but he does not really mind that too much as long as he gets a kill beforehand. Because, well, with the Doom, best case scenario, you get denied. However, this is the fight that Boom have been looking for, which is really just considering his insane Maelstrom timing. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dreamocell, he is an amazing carry player, and he did have an amazing game in terms of item timing. It's just that his team, when they don't have their big ultimates off cooldown, they may not always be able to make space. And well, this could be the perfect example. Necrophos trying to force him away, and he will survive even with the Zeus nukes coming in with that magic amplification, but the toss is going to finish him off still. If there's one thing that this draft from Boom really isn't lacking, it's the potential to kill somebody off very freaking fast if they do get a good initiation going, if they do get a good gank going. Speaking of which, oh, the hookshot off the mark there. And now FBZ coming in. Hang Hang taking a lot of damage, but he's just gonna proc the ultimate. A nice toss forward onto Yazzie, who gets good cogs going, but are those gonna be enough to win this fight for them? It may actually be, because look at the Gyrocopter outputting a ton of damage, actually being committed for the fight, and the huge Phoenix X is gonna come on out. Dreamocell now should be the next to die, yeah, by a huge margin too.
What the f just happened?
Boom. I think they still got smoke, right? They can just rinse and repeat this, because 496 currently forced, well, not necessarily to play aggressive, but to play some 4 Protect 1 Dota. And I feel like Boom know that, and really only have to fear for the life of their Lifestealer. On the bottom lane, meanwhile, Razor Clockwork just going for the Doom, and felt like it would turn out the other way, because usually when Boom get a super aggressive strat like this going, they just run all over the enemy teams, but would you look at that? There's yet another initiation with a beautiful hookshot. The false promise being forced to be used on the Oracle and the Reaper type on the Doom, making sure that he... I mean, he uses ultimate at the bottom lane and now his use is gonna go down everyone. That's just a team wipe for 2 heroes, one of which was the Necrophos, but that's a team wipe. What else can I say? Tiny, so close to his Blink Dagger when he died, still doesn't have it. Doom does have a Blink Dagger, but only one Blink Dagger isn't gonna be good enough for that lifesteal to make big plays off the back of his support duo. Not yet fed enough to dive an entire team, and the fact that I have to say yet there just goes to show what a hard carry Gyrocopter can be if he really wants to. 12k gold lead, which is still spiraling out of control here. Boom's window to actually just play super aggressively and win this game is closing incredibly fast. And with Mikoto going down on that Zeus, it's only going to get worse, it seems. Hook shot on the Tiny there. Nice Cox too. I don't even think he minds dying for that one. The Gyrocopter is taking a lot of damage, but now he turns around and gets to deal a lot of damage to everyone there. The Doom has been committed on the Razor, who isn't too happy with being doomed up, because otherwise he would probably just have to kill an FBZ. Still zoning him out, making sure that, you know...
See you later, nerds.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
And BKB on the Gyrocopter countering the Tiny initiation, and now Gyro turning around. A lot of damage being dealt there. The Zeus ultimate still off cooldown. Maybe they can find the Necrophos or something, but not before the Rex drop here. And Doom jumps forward, gets killed off. Oh man, it looked so good at the start of this game for Boom back when everyone was fighting, and then as the fighting stopped and translated into ganks, into rotations instead, we ended up being here. And look at that, a nice kill on the Gyrocopter, but that's only his first life. Can they do that again with the entirety of 496 rotating in from the back lines? And it looks like Gyrocopter, yes, he is gonna go down again. Boom showing they are far from out of this, and they get another one on the Clockwork. Everyone else on 496 has to back out of there now. They just lost their hard carry, who's still 4k ahead, so not yet too bad. However, if that hard carry actually ends up dying a couple more times, that Gyrocopter may just end up being shut, well, not necessarily shut down completely. However, with the Lifestealer already opting for Heaven's Halberd, and well, he can also just pick up a Skull Basher if he really feels like Gyrocopter is his only issue. But I do like the Heaven's Halberd because, well, not only is it really good to build any range-containing item on the Lifestealer. Oh, Hung though catches Dreamo Cell, just trying to rat, just trying to split push, and well, he's just chilling, standing still there, watching as Dreamo Cell attacks him. Dreamo Cell running for his life, but perfect timing too on the part of Hung, making sure that Dreamo Cell goes on down before he can be able to escape.
Radiant's courier
Snipes the courier there too.
Dire are scanning.
And FBZ getting Reaper Scythed up. He is gonna probably be forced, well, 40 seconds.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nice hookshot there on the Lifestealer, who's gonna get stunned. Almost getting clipped by that cock even, but it doesn't even matter whether he gets clipped or not, because he's just dead once again. And Toss comes out, but just really to create a little bit of space for the Zeus to teleport out. Zeus gets found, no stun available. Boom just cutting their losses at this stage. It is not really going to be able to take charge of this game. Oh man. This is so far from how I expected this game to go. However, nice Doom up on the Necrophos. If they can keep this fight going till the Zeus ultimate comes off cooldown, they could very well turn things around. However, Razor already killing off the Tiny, and now Mikoto is gonna be the next target, which could very well end up dropping way too quickly. And that's Keys Q dead, that's Mikoto dead. And it looks like, yeah, Dreamo Cell, he realizes it. Good game. Good game, well played indeed. I don't even think Boom made too many mistakes here. They just went all in on an aggro strategy, which was either win this game by the 25-minute mark or lose this game by the 25-minute mark. And well, apparently it is going to be the latter, as 496 they just proved to all around be more consistent, be more reliable, and honestly, my compliments to them.